Hey folks, Jack here with just a real quick video review to go along with my write-up today for the Olitans T058 folding scalpel. About a week ago, I did a review of the T010, which is a smaller, more compact version of this tool. Easy one-hand open. It's a number 25 surgical blade. The tool I have for you today is basically just a bigger version of the same tool, though still very compact. Has about a 2.75 inch cutting edge to the blade. You can see that it's significantly got more cutting surface than the T010. And to really drive that point home, if you look at the belly of this blade, your cutting edge only comes to right there. It doesn't come all the way down, where not only is the number 60 surgical blade longer, that cutting edge comes to right there. So this is much more pocket knife like. Now, this guy I bought to put on my keychain. I picked up a little titanium split ring that I did include in the write-up with it, and there'll be links to both write-ups in the video notes below so that it could go onto a keychain without it kind of being wonky and sticky on the chain by going directly through the handle. These can do that, and they're not really that big, but to me, this is a much better EDC tool for times when you may not have your keys. I mean, the reason I like to put something that's got a cutting edge on my keychain, I don't know about you, but if I leave my home and I go somewhere else, my keys will be with me. So it's a guaranteed component of my EDC. However, if I'm out in the garden doing something, if I'm out of my shop doing something, etc., if I walk out to the gate and there's a package there and I'm on the way in, I feel like opening whatever, I may not have my keys on me, but I will probably have a knife on me. Well, this is probably going to be the knife that I have on me most from now on. This weighs 1.6 ounces. The body is 100% titanium, super durable. It's just going to last. Olitans makes great gear. I'm really glad that I found these guys. Again, one-handed opening, very, very easy. This is not a defensive knife. I guess if you're down to this, you could use it, but it's really not for that. This is a general purpose cutting tool. Now, you know you're always going to have a super razor sharp blade. These blades cost about, I think, 50 cents a piece is what it comes out to. They're super cheap, not as cheap as the number 25s, but very, very inexpensive, because what Olitans did, and this is brilliant, because there's other knives I like that have replaceable blades, but they're somewhat proprietary. This is a surgical scalpel blade. These are made in the bazillions, right? Every hospital buys them, etc. Now, these guys here, these number 60s, these tend to be more used by pathologists and things, or things like that are going to be doing autopsies and things that may need to cut deeper in different ways than maybe a surgeon who would be more likely to use like a number 10 or a number 23 or a number 25 blade. The thing is, they're actually the same on the back end, meaning that if you, for some reason, wanted to use these smaller number 25 blades in this scalpel, they are interchangeable. Now, one thing you do need to know, there is a number 60 and there is a number 60A when it comes to these number 60 blades. The 60A is a thicker, stiffer blade. I guess Olitans made a decision to go with the standard 60 blade because they cost less and they're more available. But if you buy a 60A blade that'll have a little bit more backbone to it, a little less give, it won't fit into the slot on the knife. So you want to get the number 60 blades. But this is great because it has the awesome little pocket clip. That means it carries in that right pocket. If you're right-handed, you pull it out, it's all ready to go. Boom, it's open. When you close it, I would use two hands to close it. It's not that you can't do it, but if you close that down on the back of your fingers, you are going to bleed significantly. It is a scalpel, and it does what scalpels do, which is if you touch something with it, you've cut it. Great little tool, super light. Once you put that thing in your pocket, it's like it's not even there. You won't know it's there until you need it, but because of that, when you need it, it will be there. Check these out. There's a link in the video notes below. You can get over to my write-up on this. You can also find my write-up on the smaller one, and you can get a link to the Olitans Amazon store. They make a lot of great stuff, and I love when you guys dig into the manufacturers I found. The way I even found this T058 is that I found this a couple weeks ago. I reviewed it, and I mentioned the Olitans store, and I put a link in the review. I was going through my sales reports because I do see that as an affiliate. I don't see who you are, where you live, what you bought, but I see what was bought. and I found this. And when I looked it up, I'm like, I got to get me one of these. These are 30 bucks. Little guys are 20. They're both well worth the money. Great EDC tools. You might want one or both in your EDC kit. That's up to you, but definitely check them out.